All right, guys, let me just get everything situated, and then we'll be good to go. Let me just make a quick change. Fox, appreciate you guys a ton for tuning in. It should redirect you automatically to this one. Holy cow, what a finish. Another OT loss for the Bills in the postseason. Just, oh man, it's a 3 for Josh Allen, Sean McDermott. I figured this could have been the year with no Mahomes, no Allen, or no Burrow, no Jackson, and just like that. It is not meant to be. Oh, let me change the emojis. I'm going to do a quick change, try to get everything in. I have an intro, but we will do that in a little bit once this game is underway. The Broncos win in OT. There you go. All right, let me get this up. Emojis should be in at this point. Should have redirected all of you to this one. I hope that worked. If it didn't, apologies on that. All right, so let me change the scores, obviously. Josh Allen was not the problem today. Josh Allen was not even close to the problem. That game was not on him. Man. Alright, so let's have that. Change this. I'm going to change the cases behind me. We're going to get that underway in just a little bit. We have a quick change here. Give me a second here, guys. I'm going to just get the numbers in for you to make the call. So if I'm looking at the chat for a little bit, just give me a second. There's a reason why I'm not looking at the chat, because I have to get everything in. So I'm going to do a quick change, and then we'll be good to go. So this is what I call the quick change. You're going to see the process of what a quick change is like. Oh boy. How's it going, sir? Appreciate you tuning in. You're going to see what a quick change is like. Let me get this off. Let's not mess this up really quickly. Alright, quick change time. Quick change time. Put this down here. We're going to move one of the Bronco helmets down here just so that I have it when I have the regular setup. We'll do that one. Alright, here we go. Quick change time. Quick change time. Here we go. We'll get everything in before the game starts. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Again, thought I would have more time to work with, but got to do a little bit of a quick change here just to get everything situated. Switch all the cases out, and you see what I'm dealing with here. We'll get everything underway in just a little bit. Game should kick off in about 3 minutes' time. You're just joining us. The Denver Broncos win by 3. They're going on to the AFC Championship. They'll be hosting next week. The winner of Texans-Patriots will be on the call for that game when that takes place. Seahawks Niners about to get away in just a little bit over on Fox in Seattle. This is game 3 between the two teams this year. Both games beforehand won by the road team. The Niners won the first game on that Jake Tunges catch, and the Seahawks won the last game thanks to some great rushing attack and also forcing a lot of sacks and pressuring Brock Purdy all game long. Give me a second here, guys, and we will get everything underway in just a little bit. Doing a little bit of a quick change right now, hence why you are seeing me like this. I'll get to the chat in just a little bit, so don't you worry. We'll get to the chat in just a second. So keep those comments and questions coming. I'll get to that in a little bit, and then we'll go from there. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you do like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel so we try to grow this community even more. Helps out the studio as well. $10 or more gets your name on that LED board back there. Go in that poll. Who just won Seahawks or the 49ers? It should be a fun game. Big divisional rivalry. Obviously, we know the history between these teams in the postseason. These teams met in the NFC Championship all those years ago, back in the 2013 season. Now they are meeting here in the divisional round for a shot to go to the NFC Championship. Seattle, the #1 seed in the NFC. Every time they've gone the 1 seed, they have been able to make it to the Super Bowl. 3 times, 3 appearances. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan has always made it to the conference championship since being the head coach of the Niners when they make it to the playoffs. One of those streaks will come to an end today. We will see. Obviously, the big storyline for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, the oblique injury. We will see if he is good to go. He is playing today, but how healthy is he going to be is the million-dollar question. So, with that in mind, I appreciate you guys doing kind of with a tour. Could this get McDermott fired? Probably not. And then JCV membership. I appreciate you a ton. I'm going to get to everything in just a second, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. You're going to see this, like, this crazy quick change. Just trying to make everything work. I appreciate all you guys being here for this one. I see the membership. I see Connor with the tour. McDermott's not getting fired. No, I don't think he's getting fired for this one. I don't think he's getting fired. Give me a second here, guys. I don't think he's getting fired. I got some more Niners helmets in my living room that I got to get right now. So give me a second here, guys. All right, yeah, I don't think McDermott's getting fired. I got the bot. Don't worry. Keep it down there and switch over. Yep, pretty much. What a pro. Yep, holy cow. We got Jade's giving membership. We got Dr. Check. We got the tour. Holy cow, go Broncos. Holy cow is right. Jade's giving membership. Who got this one? Ryan getting the membership. As a member, get a lot of perks. Naming and each video members, like your names and emojis in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And just doing that quick little changeover, and then we'll be good to go. Apologies about all of this, but we are desperate times. Call for desperate measures. Yada, yada, yada. You know the drill on that. We'll put the, I like the retro knives. Like that, so we'll do that. All right. So this Seahawks helmet they'll put up. Seahawks getting it to start. Niners kicking off. Seahawks going left to right. We're underway. Give me a second. I'll get everything in. Kickoff return here to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Shaheed to the 25, up the middle, 30, 35, 40. Space at the 50. He's got one to beat. He's gone. The sliding attempt there did not work. The sliding attempt on the slide tackle did not work. And Rashid Shaheed, he's had a lot of big returns this season. There is a flag on the play. What's the call? The flag came on the attempted slide tackle. I think it's going to count. I think this one's good. On the slide tackle came the flag. As he got to the 50 and the kicker to beat. They're talking this over right now. This might be good. Let's see what the call is here. I think it's going to be a tripping call. I think it's going to be tripping. And let's see. What's the call, man? We'll get the rest of the helmets up. Oh, man, I had no time to even breathe on that one. The call is... touchdown! The call is touchdown! I didn't have a chance to adjust the bug and whatnot. I don't have a chance to do the bugs yet. Opening kickoff touchdown for Rashid Shaheed. They acquired it from the Saints at the deadline. And yeah, that's the clear cut, the slide tackle there. You can't do that. Can't be doing that. What a way to start. Devin Hester vibes. Yep. Opening kickoff for a touchdown. Perfect start to this game for the Seahawks. Can't script it any better than that. Alright. Give me a second here, guys. Oh, man. The one time this kickoff return touchdown has to be when I'm, like, still adjusting everything. Crazy. Extra point now. This one is good. So 7-0 your score. Perfect start. Shaheed making his mark. On the very first play. He's got to go nuts. Yes, he is. Yep. Any Eagles Irons last week? Yes, I did. Yeah. I didn't catch like the first 5 minutes, but other than that, I caught everything with that one. Yeah, that's really quickly. You're not getting on that one. Oop, wrong thing. Trying to get every asset in, and then we'll get the rest of it. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in. And then I will, I'll get the rest of the helmets. I'll get the donations up and get to everything in the chat. I appreciate you, Skip the membership, Dr. Checkmate. I appreciate you a ton. As well, Connor with the donation, I appreciate you as well on that one. So, appreciate all you guys being here. We're still will win rank of Bo Nix among all-time quarterbacks. Oh, he's still behind Manning, still behind Elway, but pretty high. It'd be high, yeah. Remember 95 there. Zip Rashid Shaheed. Remember the reason they got the 1 seed was because they beat the Rams on Thursday Night Football, and that was sparked by Rashid Shaheed with that monster punt return touchdown. He gets a kickoff return touchdown here on the opening play. And now the kickoff here by Myers. That's going to bounce short of the landing zone at the 23. You got to get to the 20. So Niners will take over at the 40-yard line as a result. All right, now let me get to everything. Emojis should be in as well. Let me get to the rest of the helmets. Okay, for all of that. And I can get the LED board up again as well. Oh, my goodness. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. All right, so, ball the 40-yard line after the penalty. Give me a second here, guys. Let me get the helmets. All right, first down. Purdy dropping back. They're going to send 4. Purdy. That ball's up in the air. Incomplete. I don't think that's a fumble. The Seahawks will run it, though. Eman Wari picks it up and runs into the end zone. Now, was that a fumble? Let's see. That ball is... You know, that's very similar to the Trayvon Walker play in the Jaguars-Bengals game week 2. That was ruled incomplete. So I think this will be incomplete. That's very similar to the Trayvon Walker play week 2 against the Bengals. Almost identical. Where the ball is being hit just like that. Yep, that's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Yeah, that's incomplete pass. One of the top 2 of the bottom. Purdy takes it. They're going to send 4. Out route to the near side. That is bobbled, but then caught by Jawan Jennings after a gain of 4. He threw that big touchdown pass last time out against the Eagles in the wild card round, that trick play. 3rd and 6 at the 44-yard line. Give me a second here. Let me get to everything. Oh, man. I'm still trying to put these... This game needs to slow down. This game needs to slow down. Holy cow. This game has been off its rocker right now. 3rd down. You're seeing the change in everything. Back to his left is McCaffrey. Now it goes... They're going to send 4. Purdy. Flushed out to the far side. Rolling right. Fires on the run. Open. Caught at the 48-yard line. Catcher by Tungus. Again, no George Kittle. Got injured last game. And what looked like a devastating injury. But Tungus, we know how good he is. Stepped up big time. Week 1 against the Seahawks with that game-winning touchdown catch. Now thrust into that similar role here at the 48-yard line. And I think we are now good on this. Holy cow. Okay. I think everything is in at this point. Handoff here. That goes to McCaffrey at the 45, and he'll be brought down the 42-yard line, called a gain of 7. All right. Now we're okay. All right. Whew. Take a time in. Let's chill. We're good. We are good. Fox login finally worked. Oh, let's go. All right, then I'll put everything in. So we had Jason gifting a membership. Appreciate that. And we had Dr. Checkmate and then Connor as well. I got a process. There we go. Whew. See how that works. It's crazy we can do all that at the same time. Second, I'm going to toss out wide to Robinson on the far side. Robinson will get close to the lines again at the 40-yard line. He'll be a yard shy on the far side. Up 28-7. That's a football score. Holy cow. Yeah, we're able to score. I can't wait for that yet. All right. There we go. 3rd and 1. Figured it's 4-down territory here. And Niners struggled offensively last time these teams met. In the battle for the 1 seed. Brock Purdy in that game, just 127 yards passing. The Niners, 9 first downs. That was it. 3rd and 1, McCaffrey runs into a brick wall. Nothing doing. Murphy on the stop. That's Byron Murphy, the second-year man. The former first-round pick. I figure they're going to go for it here. Watch you last year call the game from Japan. Now I'm in Korea. I'm 10:30 on Sunday morning. I'm sitting on the side of the road. All good, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for tuning in. All the way across the world. I love that. Fourth and 1, they're going for it. Purdy. Plays blown dead beforehand. Yeah, I'm going for it too. Is this the best playoffs ever? Not yet. We're getting there. But we got to see what happens in the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter if the Super Bowl sucks. It can't be the best ever. Tyler, Seattle. I'll put a pull up. Josh Allen demand a trade. I mean, that was a bad loss. That was a bad loss. That wasn't even on Allen. That was on his receivers. Having to take a med tip, BRB. All good. Very late timeout on that one. Just gets it off. McDonald looking for his first playoff win. 69% you say go for here. He's looking for his first playoff win in his NFL career. Second season as a coach of the Seahawks. And see if they win their hosting the NFC Championship for the first time since the 2014 season. Tundras in motion. 4th and 1 I formation here. They're going to run the speed option with Juszczyk. Fakes the toss. And listen, McCaffrey fumbles the ball. A busted play from the start. Turnover on downs. They tried the speed option on the weak side and it doesn't work. A busted play call. And the Seahawks will take over near midfield. We've seen them go with the speed option a few times this season. That was busted from the start. Drake Thomas getting the ball carrier. Go to a commercial break. 7-0 your score. All right. Let me try something really quickly here, guys. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. I did say I have an intro ready, so why the heck not? We'll do it now. We'll do it now. We'll have an intro ready. Let's try that. Why not? So run it. Oh, no, on that one. Here we go. I told you I had intro. 7-0 your score, but tonight on JG9 Live, after a great first game of this divisional round, we go to game number 2, a divisional battle between the Seahawks and the 49ers. This is the rubber match. Niners won game 1, Seahawks won game 2, and now it's the most important battle of them all. Can the Seahawks go to the NFC Championship for the first time in nearly a decade? Can the Niners make it back once again under Shanahan and Purdy? It is going to be a fun one here. Up in Lumen Field, we will see what happens as we got this game between the Seahawks and the Niners right here on JG9 Live. I'm out of breath. Here we go. Told you I wasn't just gonna let that go to bad use. It's like if I make an intro video, I gotta do it. If I make an intro, I gotta do it. So there we go. Even though I was out of breath, I had no idea what to say after that start. So we'll see Sam Darnold on the field for the first time on this possession. Obviously, the last possession was a touchdown, a kick return. Daytona commercial. Yep, Daytona commercial. February 15th. So ball at the 43-yard line after that busted speed option play. Sam Darnold, last time these teams met back in Week 18, 20 for 26, 198, no touchdowns, no picks. The Seahawks dominated that game offensively. 23 first downs, 361 yards of offense compared to 173. One on the top of the screen, one on the bottom. Seahawks going left to right, Niners right to left. Stretch play here, cuts to the middle is Walker. He'll be brought down the 47-yard line, gain of 4. So he's taken down on the play by Eric Kendricks, the veteran linebacker. We got a 10 from Jeff. Dumb decision going for early on 4th down. I don't like the play call. So it's not a dumb decision to go for 4th and 1 in plus territory. That's the right call to go for it. They go quick to the line. Darnold, first screen out there, going to check it down and send the hitch route to his back. That's a first down at the 45-yard line. So I had no problem going for it. The play call itself, a speed option to the weak side, I don't like that. Which game do you want, Jeff? I'll get you on the call for it. Appreciate you, man. I got Jason on the Michigan game. Seam route incomplete for JSN. Brings up 2nd down. You want Indiana. Perfect. Get you on Indiana. Appreciate you, man. It's the last save of this week for call. Looks like it's going to be the Indiana game. Fast studio change. Oh, you saw it live. You know it's real. You saw it live. I'll get you on the board as well. I appreciate you, man. I had no problem going for it. Just the play call itself was not great. 2nd and 10. All right, board is updated. Again, 10 bucks more gets your name on the board. 2nd down. One at the top, one at the bottom. I formation here. They'll toss the Charbonnet out wide on the far side. He gets a block at the 40, gets another block at the 35, gets the first down to 31, gain of 14. Robbie Oots, the 5th round pick, the fullback out of Bama, sent a nice block there in the second level, allowing him to get 14 yards in a first. Again, Seahawks dominated the last time these teams met, even though it was only a 10-point game. Held onto the ball for 38 minutes. Dominating time possession. Nottingham, probably not Nottingham on that one. Probably not on that one. So kind of looks injured oblique. I mean, he did have an injury on the injury report. I don't know how good he's going to be, but he drug test buffs. Yes, they do. There you go, Detroit. I like it. One at the top, one at the bottom. Ball at the 30. Stretch play, Charbonnet this time on the near side. He gets a block, and will be brought down the 26 gain of 4 as he's taken down the play by Bernardo Green. Seahawks not been great running the ball this year. 25th in rushing yards per carry. But the last 3 games entering the playoffs, they've been lighting it up. Last 3 games, especially that last game against the Niners where they had 180, they're averaging over 171 yards per game on the ground over the last 3. So again, a lot better on the ground as of late. 2nd and 6. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his right. Darnold takes from the gun. They'll send 4. Darnold out route to the far side. It's caught by Cooper Kupp. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Gain of 5. Mustafa on the push. Cooper Kupp, the hero in the playoffs a couple years ago with the Rams. That Super Bowl 53 MVP performance. Now in Seattle. Close to 600 yards receiving on the season. Yeah, 67.8. There you go. 3rd and 1. You figure 4-down territory here with the way Seattle can run the ball as of late. QB sneak formation. But it's with Barner, not Darnold. No reason to chance Darnold there with the injured oblique. Barner's going to run up the middle for a first down at the 20-yard line. Need a yard, got a yard. Coming to the Texans game? Yeah, we're doing all the playoff games. Not the Super Bowl, but we're doing all the other playoff games. So Texans, Pats tomorrow, and we're live for the game between the Bears and Rams tomorrow. So, yeah. No OT tonight. Skip that line, but we'll do OT tomorrow. Want to get my pizza after Bills Broncos with starting Niners Seahawks? Open a kickoff touchdown. Yep. How's it going, Kyle? Loving the game commentary. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you a ton on that one. Solid interview yet? He's getting some interviews, yes. He's doing some virtual interviews. Obviously, his schedule frees up if they lose this game. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right is Walker this time in the red zone. JS in motion to the bottom of the screen. Flags fly immediately. Back it up 5 yards for a false start. Now there's a cookie of the injuries. It's not great. Appreciate you a ton, Kyle, on that one. So there's round coming warning move for that matter. Yep. Saving French quarterback sounds like a dumb decision. Yep. Take notes, certain teams. Yeah, Rashid Shaheed had the kickoff return for the touchdown. 7:30 to go. Great start for Seattle. Can they make it a 2-score game? In a good spot just outside the red zone. They backed up 5 yards after the false start penalty. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom is Shaheed. That trade already paying dividends. Stretch play here on the near side. It's Walker. He'll bounce outside to the 20, down to the 18. They'll get the yardage back, and then some Bernardo Green on the stop after a gain of 7. Seahawks, the last time these teams met, 180 yards rushing on 39 carries, 4.6 yards per carry. And that includes 3 kneel downs. So take the kneel downs out of the equation, because obviously those don't count. Seahawks had 182 yards on 36 carries. Over 5 yards a carry last time these teams met. If you take the kneel downs out of the equation. Oh, I don't think Cooks caught it. I think it was yanked away. Ty, I think he had possession. Play action fires on the run. That's called the near side. Kupp, his second grab of the drive. Thrown out the 11. By Seigel, the 5th round pick. Look, I'll put it this way. You can't decide a game. If someone has the ball, you can't decide a game by giving it to the other team. I don't know if you can do that. Because that would be next score wins. I don't know if you can do that. Super Bowl is nighttime unless you're West Coast. Yep. 9 West Coast. We almost had 14 on the 20 seconds in. Yep. But that was a pass. That's the Trayvon Walker play against the Bengals. 3rd and 1. They ran the tush push last time. This time they're running in the gun. It's a long one, so I get it. But Charbonnet stuffed. Loss of 3. D. Winters, the third-year man. He's active today. The Niners are really happy that he was active and able to go, despite being on the injury report. And that's why. Big stop there up the A-gap. Anthony Bradford can't get there in time. Winters just flies up the gap and I have to settle for the field goal. Jason Myers, the veteran kicker. His 11th season in the NFL. Should be a chip shot about the length of an extra point. 31 yards. Myers' most field goals attempted this season. This will be his 49th try of the year. This one is good. Seahawks get 3 on their opening drive with the offense. 10-0. 10 minutes in. Seahawks looking good so far. Don't go online complaining about the refs robbing the Bills or that Cooks caught it. Alvin stepped that lateral, that changed the outcome. Yep. Hey, Bradford, man. Yeah, the weak link. Yep. Two possessions and Niners needed that. Yes, they do. Yeah, you go for points here. 4th and 5, you go for points. Rivers rigged for Denver? No, so... The last call... No. How is that rigged? That was PI. White tackled the guy. Good choice stuff for the Seahawks. Appreciate you, Kyle. White tackled him. That was PI. Mims tackled him. Or he got tackled by Mims. The PI earlier was grabbing the arm. Even if it wasn't, there was a clear roughing the passer. Bosa delivered a shot. Houston chance tomorrow? 60%. I think Houston wins. I love their defense. I love the Texans' defense. I think Houston wins that game. All they need to do is have Stroud play average, and they got it. NFL's rough from the Seahawks are good. It does feel like when there's certain teams that are good, the NFL's a little bit more interesting. 10-0 your score. Again, if you like what you see, that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. We do have emojis in the chat if you're a fan of either one of these teams. Right, that was clear. He got grabbed by the waist. Yeah, he got tackled before the ball got there. Yep. Even if you want to say the PI before wasn't. There was roughing the passer. We're going to be the same yard line. They finally got a postseason where the Chiefs weren't in their way. Just have another AFC West team in their way. Right, doesn't look good for San Fran, but 10-0 is better than 14-0. Pats win 23-16. I can see that. All right. 10-0 your score. Again, appreciate all you guys being here for this one. So excited to reach Foxborough? I don't know. Reach New York. I know Long Island, it is really snowing hard right now. Exactly on it. Yep, exactly on that one. So 10-0 here. And the Niners only had 9 first downs last time these teams met. Travis to Ringler, the Jags advance? No. Road games I want to go to. No way I would do a road game. The only way I'd do a road playoff game is if it was LA. If Jags played the Chargers on the road in the playoffs, I would do that. Other than that, I would not do a road playoff game. I just watch from the comfort of my home. Besides, remember too, I lose a lot of ability to follow the rest of the league when I'm not in my office. Like, it's an adjustment. Kickoff by Myers. Fielded at the 6. Niners going right to left into the 20. 25 stumbles ahead down to the 28-yard line. And that is where San Fran will start this drive. Right, could snow bust tomorrow. Yep, it was snowing pretty hard in New York today. And these teams met twice this season. Seahawks won the second game. Niners won the first. In both games, the Seahawks led at the halftime break. Just keep that in mind. Game 1, Seahawks scored 10 points. Game 2, Seahawks scored 10 points. Game 3, they're already up 10-0. Right, Bill Swords can't do stuff like roughing or tackling a receiver and throwing your helmet. You can't do that. One on the top, one on the bottom. Officiating was fine today. I had no problem with it. Use second motion to the top of the screen. Back to his Rez McCaffrey. The give here up the middle to the 30 and down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 3 before we see them by Kobe Bryant. Second symbol. They fire McDermott? I don't think they will. Not this year. There's too many vacancies. Now, granted, Buffalo becomes the #1 job in a heartbeat. But there's too many vacancies. I don't think they fire him. Where's Manning ranked among worst quarterbacks for the Super Bowl 2015? Manning, top 5. He had no arm by that point. Now, he didn't make mistakes in the playoffs, which was good, but he had a noodle arm by that point. He was terrible. Yeah, bench for a reason. Second and 7. One at the top, one at the bottom. Back to his right is McCaffrey. Purdy in the gun. They'll send 4. Purdy has time. Slam pass caught at the 40. Down to the 42-yard line. Loses the ball. Tungus lost the ball. It's picked up by Love. And that's a first down for Seattle. And that's definitely a turnover. He made a football move. Oh, this is getting very ugly very quickly. Tungus, the hero at the stadium 4 months ago. He's not down. Made a football move. Stripped by Ernest Jones, acquired by the Titans earlier this year. Or last year, I should say. And the Seahawks will take over at the 40-yard line. And he definitely made a football move. That is a turnover, and now the Niners have to hold him to 3. No, kill himself over there, no. Brady Stretcher Jones, fiction. You have to hold him to 3. It cannot be with this defense a 3-score game in the first quarter. It just cannot be. You cannot be a 3-score game in the first quarter. Seattle, the number 1 seed in the NFC, thanks to the number 1 defense in the NFC. And the number 1 defense in the NFL in points scored. Number 1 in rushing yards allowed per attempt. Number 3 in rushing yards allowed total. Top 6 in turnovers forced. I think they can, Tyrell. I think you can. Tyrell. Notice an OT, but... no, if this is like that, I'm hopping off and just heading down. Oh, man. The defense special teams for the Seahawks. A touchdown, turnover forced, a 4th down stop. It is all Seattle right now. And what is turning out to be a very ugly game. Ernest Jones forces the fumble. Julian Love on the recovery. The Seahawks starting field position today, phenomenal. Gambling is ever a good thing? I think as long, if you treat it like entertainment, I'll put it like that. If you treat it like entertainment. Speaking of which, use my code Sleeper HMA, 100% throughout the $100. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you do, it helps the channel a lot. It's one of those things where as long as you don't, if you treat it like entertainment, like when I go to the casino, like I go in, just want to have a good time. If I lose, I don't lose more than I can afford. As long as you do that, yeah. Just be smart with it. So I don't by doing nothing. I think the last time we saw a team win wire-to-wire truly in the playoffs was Chiefs-Texans, 2015, where a team got the open kickoff touchdown and had to lead the entire game as a result. They won 30-0. One at the top, one at the bottom. Play action, Darnold, flush down the near side, looking the flat, not there, sacked at the 48-yard line. Mustafa coming in. Off the edge, they bring the safety blitz. And Darnold walking a bit gingerly. Darnold does not look the best after that. Let's go back into the huddle. He does not look the best. That's one of those plays where Walker has to set the block on Mustafa. Did not do that. Yeah, Louisville at 44-14. Jeez. Second and forever. Second and 20 to be exact. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. 2 on the backfield. Darnold gets it off. They're going to send 4. Darnold looks first read. All the way. Cup on the out route. Got it. Needed 20. Got 20. Cup is 3rd grab of the quarter. It's a first down, and they're back in field goal range. So the Seahawks on to Winston comes down to who they face in the championship. Bears and Seahawks. Seahawks going Rams. Seahawks. Rams get redemption win. I think so. I think so. Right, ABC, NFC get divisional games on Sunday. Yep. Everyone was hauled in on JSN. JSN was running that hitch route Cup was just running that deep out route, that corner route. No one was on JSN, no one was on Cup. Darnold, middle of the field, incomplete, in the direction of Barner. Second down. I'll go to the bathroom at the end of the quarter because I do have to run to the bathroom for that one. Sam Darnold joins the guy in the Fox booth, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Jared Goff, the only quarterbacks in multiple 14-win seasons. Crazy. One of these teams is not like... Actually, two of these teams are not like the other. 2nd and 10. I would think Brady would have done it. Did Brady not have multiple 14-win seasons? Brady had to have had multiple 14-win seasons. To the top, to the bottom, back to his right is Walker. Darnold takes it, they'll send 4. Stepping up, avoids the sack, fires on the run. Incomplete, but a clear PI. Rashid Shaheed, the target. Seigel getting called for that one, and looked pretty obvious to me. I mean, there's some ticky-tack PI, and then there's you tackle the guy down, and that seemed like a tackle. So we'll check the replay here. Yep, that's a tackle. Don't have his off by Jake Plummer here. Yep. Clear-cut PI. Again, secondary a bit banged up. The whole Niners team is banged up right now. We'll have a goal-to-go situation here for Seattle. At the 8-yard line. Through a clear-cut PI. One at the top of the screen in the backfield is Walker. They'll give to Walker up the middle. Walker to the 5, and that's where he's thrown down at the 4-yard line. Gain of 4. 2nd and goal. I think you make this... I think it's 4-down territory here. I think in this spot, you trust your defense inside the 5-yard line. I think you absolutely make this a 3-score game. Worst case, the Niners, who have shown they can't move the ball on you guys this whole season. Make them start inside the 5 if you don't get it. I'm treating this like 4-down territory. 100% make it 17-0. One at the top, one at the bottom. Barner in motion as a blocker. Play action with Walker. Darnold looking to throw on the run. We'll go back in the end zone. Finds his man, JSN. Off his back foot. Touchdown, Seahawks. What can be said about JSN that hasn't been said already? End of the season as the leading receiver in the NFL in receiving yards with over 8 or close to 1,800. The runaway favorite for Offensive Player of the Year. Makes himself open there in the back corner of the end zone. Gets behind Luter. Held on to it, dragged the feet. That's a touchdown. And Darnold off his back foot. What oblique issue? What oblique issue? I believe she can send a touchdown for the quarter. That's not going to happen, I don't think. 16-0. Extra points make it a 3-score game. And I don't think you could have scripted a better start for the Seahawks if you tried. 17 points in the first 12 minutes. The Seahawks had 13 points all of last game against San Fran. 17 already. We have not had too many routes this postseason. They actually haven't had any. I know you might say, well, Texans Steelers, that was 7-6 after 3 quarters. This is shaping up to be a rout. Home for the media as a Rams fan. Remember just down for that game? Well, I can blame for certain parts of that game, but I can't blame him in overtime. Overtime, that pick was not his fault. That interception was not his fault. You can't blame... If you blame for the overtime interception, you can't blame for the OT pick. You can blame Allen for a bit in that one. You can definitely blame Allen for a little bit. How's it going, Coleman? Like, you can blame him for a little bit. I get that. Obviously, the fumble was bad. Allen did not play his best, but the overtime pick was not his fault. You can't blame for that. Cooks has to come down with that ball. You cannot blame for that. You got a good needle? Yep. 17-0 your score. Jason, touchdown when we 60. Nice. I want to cut, man. I want to cut. Appreciate you, man. Fumble for the half was his fault? Yes, that was his fault. 100%. 100%. Defense completely collapsed on last drive. Yes, it did. Yeah, they finally scored over 13 on Sanford have a star. Yep. Every other turn was on him. Yes, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. Those are your true wide receiver 1. Cooks in it. Oh, yeah, no. Cooks at this point is not even close to it. Cooks near the end of his career. The receiving core was already depleted because they lost Gabe Davis. In fact, he's still playing at that level. Yes, exactly. 17-0. Niners need something here. Just some sort of spark. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. So 17-0 lead, they'll never live it down. My life, they hold on to this one. I would think so. It's not the first time the Niners have trailed 17-0 in a playoff game and come back to win. They played the Falcons in the NFC Championship. Back in 2012. Came back from that. But it's a little bit different against the Seahawks defense this vaunted and this good. Kickoff, end zone, and that'll be a touchback at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for San Fran. Can they do something with it? It'll be live tomorrow night for the Texans game. And the Rams game will have a new video dropping tomorrow, a history video. Go back to the 80s on this one. A broadcast controversy from the 1980s. That'll be a fun one. It'll be a really fun one, actually. I'm excited for that one. Found a story out the other day. I'm like, I got to do a broadcast controversy. Divisional controversy? Sign me up. General interest in the Lions? Ooh, for OC. That'd be a good get. Job he's done with this passing offense is great. Ball the 35-yard line. One the top, one the bottom. Use check in motion. Purdy play action. They'll send 4. Screen pass to the far side. McCaffrey gets a block at the 40 to the 45 and down to the 47. First down. Good job there in the second level by Jake Brendel. The center getting out in front. Setting the block from McCaffrey. Opening up the lane for a gain of 12. Probably don't have money for a free receiver, but they could go to the draft. Yep. Seahawks better than ours? I think so too, yep. Yeah, that's an injury-riddled Husk, I think. I don't think you're wrong on that one. Niners fire their strength and conditioning staff. I mean, they tried that. I think that theory's got weight. I think that theory about being by that facility has weight to it. The practice facility is in a bad spot. There's something to that. One at the top, one at the bottom. Head over the middle, McCaffrey. He'll get about 2, taken down by DeMarcus Lawrence at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 8. It's called one more play. Already 4 for 5 so far this quarter to start. Back to his right. Tundras now in motion. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. They'll snap it. They'll send 4. Angle route. McCaffrey makes the grab again. Brought down to 49. So McCaffrey has every touch so far for the Niners on this drive. 3rd and 4 when we get back. Sagan call him over if he's great as everyone says he is. He wins games like that today. I mean, again, that wasn't his fault. At least the end. That was not his fault. They put up 30. I mean, it's hard to blame a quarterback when they put up 30. I don't know how James Cook ever became that good. I thought it'd be a worse version of Dalvin Cook. Looks like someone tried to draw from memory. Oh, no, he's good. He's really good. All right, I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? Good kick opponent if they win the Super Bowl? I would say Rams. All right, let me just run to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back. Give me a second here. Because I didn't get a chance to go in between the games because obviously we had no time between the games. So give me a second. Be right back. Seahawks score more first score than the last Seahawks Niners game. Yep. 17 points first quarter for the Seahawks alone. 16 points combined in the Seahawks Niners game last time out. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. Hopefully, chair versus sink caused too much trouble on that one. Yeah, this feels like our first true real stinker. Yep. Multi-year run of injuries like the Niners. It's been a bit. So, like, where's number 4? You're not a kicker. I'm fine with single-digit numbers. I'm fine with it. For running backs, I'm okay with it. All right, so 3rd and 4 for the Niners. Figure it's 4-down territory here with the way this game has gone thus far. Cross the 50. Now they're going left to right. Seahawks right to left. McCaffrey in the backfield to his right. He's gotten the ball every single play in some capacity this drive. Now McCaffrey to his left, to the top, one the bottom. Purdy takes it. They're going to send 4. Purdy stepping up, avoids the sack, looking to throw on the run. He throws across his body. It's caught by Tunges at the 40, down to the 39. That was just floating up in the air. Purdy, I don't know how he saw that, with a defender chasing down on him and closing down on him. I don't know how he saw Tunges. So you ever cover up any NFL games? Actually cover any games? I mean, he did the Brazil game. But hit by Lawrence, just throws a moonball up for grabs across his body, somehow works out, and just an inside crossing pattern. Tunges able to make the grab. He had the fumble earlier. Big grab there to keep the drive alive. McCaffrey on the toss. He'll rump the middle down to the 37, gain at 2. You know, Speed's doing his Africa tour right now. I will say, he seems like a changed man. I will say, Speed seems like he's matured a lot, so good for him. 2nd and 8. And preset penalties for. We had a full start. We had a 1st and 15 for the Seahawks earlier in the game. But I was taking care before I finished relieving myself. Yep. I'm good like that. Eyes in the back of my head. 2nd and 8. Purdy in the gun. Back to his left is McCaffrey. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. A motion Tunges over. As a wide out to the near side. They'll send 4. Purdy. Of his back foot, McCaffrey, his 3rd grab of the drive, up the middle, down to the 29 on a 1st down. Drake Thomas on the stop. Gets the 8 yards he needs. McCaffrey can do it all. Obviously a very good running back, but also a very good receiver. Close to 1,000 yards receiving this year. He's got 4 on this drive alone. Had 6 catches for 34 yards last time these teams met. We got a 6er from Rob. Richard, man, there used to be a hard discussion about looking at the practice field. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you on that one. I think there's enough data and there's enough science behind it where I think you got to relocate it. Time it on the field. Niners will take it. They'll have 2 left. I think you have to. With all the injuries. Because it's the fact that it's only happening to one team. Effort, like, you contribute some to luck, but if it happens every year with only one team, that's where it gets a bit interesting. Yes, he did, yes. Didn't see other take much advantage of it? Well, Grossi, took advantage of it. Asks, when I've been to Jaguar game, ever had an issue with fans leaving it's a 1-score game? No. No, it's like a kneel down. Like, not counting kneel downs. Like, there have been times where, like, the Jags throw a pick, and then the other team, like, we have no timeouts, and they take a knee. Like, I don't count that. But no, I've never seen that in Jacksonville. I didn't see guys going down the aisle in Jacksonville either. Like, Jacksonville, there was no one going up and down the aisle during the game. Like, everyone was in their seat, or if they went up and down the aisle, was during commercial breaks. It was only Arizona. It was only Arizona. I've never seen it anywhere except Arizona. It's actually kind of insane to think about. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. They'll send 4. Purdy. Deep shot, corner out, open. Jennings, incomplete, overthrown. Hit by Kobe Bryant. 2nd down. I've never seen it with that, yep. Packers, why discussion for those teams, or Ravens? I don't know. Why does Grossi not stream games? He's not allowed to. So he doesn't streams like I do, but like, because the NFL, you need permission from broadcast partners. That's why you need permission from broadcast partners. That was a YouTube exclusive game. So YouTube thought it would be a good idea to have certain people stream the game and be their own announcer. So that's why. That was a YouTube exclusive game. He had the rights to do it for that one. 1 top, 2 the bottom, back to his left. They're going to send 4. Purdy. Wheel route, incomplete. In direction of McCaffrey, but just thrown away. Witherspoon on the coverage alongside Thomas. Witherspoon, one of the best corners in football. 3rd and 10. Half your team in the ICU. What are you going to expect? Yeah, how the Eagles lose these guys. Because Kim Patullo is not good. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Helen. Yep. Right, why does it show the game? Yeah, you have to get permission from the broadcast partner. So if I want to show the game on my stream, I have to get permission from Fox to do it. And obviously they would never allow it to happen. Never allow it. But YouTube was the broadcast partner, and they gave certain streamers permission to do it. Like, there are different rules and guidelines and whatnot. Purdy. He'll check it down. McCaffrey makes the grab. Makes 1 miss for the 25, but then brought down the 23. It's a gain of 6. You figure they're going to kick the field goal. Another grab from McCaffrey with the stride, but short the sticks. Like, so even with that, there were certain contingencies. Like, he could not accept donations during that stream. You could buy a membership, but he had to turn Super Chats off. So if you... Number 2 was that the game had to be unlisted afterwards. The stream is lost media afterwards. There were certain things he had to say, certain like templates he had to use. So it was very, very strict. 4th and 3, field goal try right down the middle for Pinheiro. Gets the Niners on the board. Down by 2 scores. They get 3 on that drive. So a lot of work to do. Trailing by 14 when we get back. I love that gag in Family Guy. I love it. Sorry. Broadcast a stream of the game through generative AI. I don't know on that. I think there are certain data points that are copyrighted. They have to get the data points from the NFL. So, NFL version of James Harden. The Harden disappears in the playoffs. Allen doesn't really disappear in the playoffs. I don't know what I equate him to. I think Harden's the equivalent of Herbert. I'm not sure what the equivalent of Josh Allen in the playoffs. So 17-3 your score. Get a start with a touchdown with them getting the ball so second half. It could get interesting. Yes, it could. Or that stream is lost media. Tom Grossi score from Packers losing. What happens if anyone digs up and unearths the Grossi Brazil stream? I don't know if they'd be able to. I don't know if you'd be able to. I'm sure Grossi has it somewhere. He probably like recorded it with like OBS or whatnot, and then like he's got the file of it and he could just remix the recording, but I was like a copyright claim by the NFL. Charles Barkley, that's a good equivalent. Yes, I'll give you that. Charles Barkley, yep. Right, 3 were his fault. Yes, 3 were his fault. But again, they also scored 30 points. Hard to blame. When you score 30 points, it's really hard to blame the guy for not showing up. As if you record it with the screen recording software, yep. Which would be tough. Charles, you still thinking of outs from Herbert? Not yet. But I think if he has another bad playoff game, like lays an egg. Now, I think the offensive line needs to improve first. So let's give Herbert an offensive line first. Not that I can excuse how poorly he's played, but let's give him an offensive line that's not made up of literally the worst players in football. Guys that PFF has in the bottom 5 of their positions. Worse than backups. Before we have that conversation. But Herbert needs to improve. He needs to improve. That's very obvious. All right, back on our way here. Seahawks going right to left. Today, Trey White's not going to be able to flip back to Buffalo. He was the hero in the Jaguars game. He had the breakup on Jacoby Myers. 20, 25, 30. 35 and Shaheed down to the 37. Another good return for him. Good field position. And White, longtime veteran. He's I don't want to say a legend in Buffalo, but a very good player for Buffalo for a long time. But not his finest moment there. Probably like Chris Paul. I'll give you that, yeah. Josh Allen against Bryce Harper. It's tougher in baseball. It's a lot tougher in baseball. One on the top, one on the bottom. Back is Charbonnet. They'll give it on the stretch plate on the near side. Charbonnet thrown down at the 39-yard line. Got 2. That's it. Taken down on the play by Jordan Elliott. They need the aggressive machine pop the ball out. Yep. Or just boot out every time. I mean, with a guy like Shaheed, he might just boot out every time. Put it at the 35 every time. I'm not opposed to doing that. 2 kickoffs and we got him past the 35 both times. I'm at this point just kick it out, not out of bounds, but kick it out of the end zone if you can reach. Put him at the 35 every time. 3 at the top, 1 the bomb back to his left. Darnold motions. Shaheed to the bottom of the screen. So you got 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They're going to send 4. Darnold, screen pass. Walker makes the grab, tries to cut the middle of the field, and does to the 45-yard line. Good agility there. Eric Kendricks on the stop. Gain of 6. Looked like it was going to be a loss of 3 for a moment, but good cut there. Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No way. We have breaking news. Apparently, during the Broncos game, 3rd and 2, I'll say after this, so it's big. Shaheed in motion. To the top of the screen. Play action. Darnold. Deep shot. Going for it all. One-on-one coverage. Incomplete. Looking for Shaheed. Tight coverage of the Upton Stout. Apparently, during the Broncos-Bills game, Bo Nix broke a bone in his ankle. And he is now out for the season. Bo Nix is out for the rest of the season. He broke a bone in his ankle. I don't know when. I don't know when it happened in that game. But Bo Nix has fractured his ankle. He is out for the rest of the season. Jarrett Stidham will start Sunday in the AFC Championship. Punt out of bounds to the 4-yard line. Good punt there by Dixon. 51 yards. So the Broncos without their starting quarterback. And the stakes for the Texans-Patriots game just got that much higher. Oh my goodness. So the hype from winning the playoff game is short-lived. I don't even know when it happened. I don't even know when this happened. When did this even happen? He looked fine all game. Was it on the kneel down? Like, I don't know when he fractured his ankle. Oh, man. From Fusimo? Oh, man. So Bo Nix out for the season. This one broken out, just trying to tough it out like McNabb? Maybe. Wow. I did not see that coming. I don't think anyone did. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Bo. I don't know what happened to Bo. Sim's going to start, yep. That's a good wager, Joe. That's a good one. So ball at the 4-yard line. Now all the words for Texas win tomorrow. You're not kidding. What source is this? He said in the press conference. Sean Payne announced himself in the press conference. Hand off McCaffrey to the 10 and down to the 12. 2nd and 3. I can't believe it either. This is insanity. I don't even know when it happened. On the second, it happened on the kneel down? It happened on the kneel down. Oh my goodness. I mean, he took a shot on the kneel down. Was that what did it? 2nd 3, McCaffrey up the middle to the 15. That's a first. It literally happened on a kneel down. It seems more warm, why don't you? Oh my goodness. First down for McCaffrey. How? Why? It happened on the kneel down. I don't know how it happened. I think he took a shot on the kneel down. I think he took a shot on because I did say what happened. I did say that he got hit on the kneel. Was it that? Was it on that? Yeah, it happened second last play of overtime. Second to last play of OT it happened. So that would have been the kneel down. One at the top, one at the bottom. Purdy under center. Is that White? No, White wasn't on the hit there. They'll send 4. Purdy. Looking, fires across the field, caught at the 20, touches to the 25, down to the 30. Gain a 15 and a first. Wow. Stidham's going to start. Stidham will get the start. First down, Purdy. Middle of the field. That's caught at the 47-yard line. Tunges again. Great delivery there. Had to sail over the head of the linebackers. If he didn't, that was going to be a pick. What's the source? Sean Payne and Sem himself. Sean Payne and Sem himself. Schefter tweeted out. Rapport tweeted out. Schultz tweeted out. Ari tweeted out. Somebody have a point now. Oh, no, it wasn't White. It was not White. I'm going to see if I can find the play. Yeah, Sean Payne said it. No, it's legit. I would not be making this up or saying it hastily. McCaffrey on the stretch play to the far side. He's going to get a yard. Thoughts on Bo Nix? Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Just absolutely terrible news. Absolutely terrible. I hate it for Denver. I hate it for everyone. It just sucks. You know, that didn't still have a chance, but man, it's going to be tough. All right, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. 2nd and 8. One at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. They'll send 4. Swings out to the far side. That's caught by McCaffrey out of bounds right around the 43-yard line. Will they give him the first down? They will give it to him at the 42. Good spot there. Got injured on a knee. Yep, got injured on a knee. The late play of the PI? No, it was second to last play. See if I can see it. Go back in the game. They uploaded the full game, the ending to it. You know, Sim's not good. No, Sim's really not good. First down the 42-yard line. Drive the start inside their own 5-yard line. Sign Josh Allen for the championship. And timeout is called with 6:03. Players who signed during the playoffs? Depends. Position in the NFL moved Pat Sexton Sunday night. The timeout on the field. Niners take it. They'll have 1 left. Football gods are cruel. Yep, they are. Alright, let me post the play. This is nuts. It literally happened on a kneel. Please, winner of this game, winner Rams Bears. Winner of the Rams Bears game. Alright, let me upload this to Twitter. Apologies about this, guys. Let me just get this to go. I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, there was some contact. It wasn't anything malicious, from what I could tell. Were there any hints on the sideline of Nick's being in pain? Oh, he's still standing. The sideline with 4. He's not sitting on the bench. Is that a quarterback? I think they can. Like, he looks fine. Reserves tomorrow night. He looks fine. He did cry a little bit after the... Not cry, but he did put his head down after the game. He put his head down after the game. But he was standing. He wasn't sitting. First time I had a kneel down. You know, he looked fine. Could become a coach in the future. Clay Kubiak? Yeah, I could. Second last play of OT. Nick still completely passes to minutes on broken ankle. No, second last play of OT was the kneel down. The second to last play was the kneel. The last play was the field goal. Second last play was a kneel down. Spencer fire Bills Bronco like amazing move with terrible ending. Yep, you're not wrong there. Which game do you want, Spence? Get you on the call for. Appreciate you, man. Just sucks it has to be like that. How's it going, Joel? Appreciate you tuning in. Bunch of questions. Travel Jacksonville, great. It was absolutely great. The game itself, great game. Just couldn't get it done, but heck of a game, heck of a season. Yeah, the catch, oh, that was close. I think it's very hard to say when the other team gets the ball. When the other team gets the ball, it's very hard to get possession of the other team, if that makes sense. So I get it. Gut for Allen, non Bill Smith. Hey, yeah, I'm gutted for Allen, too. They're going to try some trickeration. Flea flicker. Purdy. Going to the far side here. And nothing doing. DeMarcus Robinson balled up immediately. Not fooled at all. It was before. No, he said second to last play of OT. Which would be the kneel. This was actual passing play. I'm summoning to defeat. Yep. Oh, man. Second down. That Texans pass game just got more important. Hamilton McCaffrey. Down to the 38. Lowest rated AFC Championship game ever? No, but it's going to be pretty bad. I think the Texans are in. It's going to be pretty bad. Appreciate it, Spence. And just let me know which game you want. Get you on the call for it. I think it's going to be pretty bad. And to be out for 12 months now. Because he's getting more drunk. Rob a good championship before it started. Yep. Sucks. Feels like Josh Johnson all over again. Man. I appreciate you. Imagine Bronco fans drive back for the game who probably don't know. Have a sports station on their car. Oh, man. That is a bummer. You know, Manning, no Mahomes, no Brady, no Roethlisberger. First time since 0-2. It's been a bit. 3rd and 6. Purdy, middle of the field, diving for it. And that is going to be ruled a catch by Ricky Pearsall. Still excited about that hit the ground, but Pearsall got underneath it. Let's see. Yep, that ball is not moving. Actually, okay, it does bobble a little bit. Text about Super Bowl Stidham is Nick Foles' studio now. It is moving a little bit. I might challenge this from Seattle. Yeah, Michigan, all right, get you on the call for it. Appreciate you, man. I think it's moving a little bit. I think that ball is moving. Hopefully just cut that off and play. The new worst fluff, whatever. And I think that ball does take a bit of a bobble. He has it initially, but does not survive the ground. Most after the season, yep. And now they overturn it. Replay assist comes in, overturns the call. 4th and 6. They gonna try the field goal? Alright, they're gonna try from about 56 yards out. A long kick for Pinheiro. To keep it at a 2-score game. Ready to look for practice? Yep. I think it does. Pinheiro. Hit his first field goal and will hit his second. Just enough leg on that one. The Niners, back-to-back field goals. They trail by 11. A lot of work to do, but slowly chipping away. And both would have spent to have a nail down. They could have won. Yep. A lot would have changed, but yeah. The field goal spot will not a catch. Nope. $56 yards for Pinheiro. I don't like this. No, I don't blame you. Though they don't move the ball. I will say the Niners move the ball a lot better than they were last game against them. And obviously you're at 9 first downs last game. Start the stuff at the 5-yard line. Not a bad drive. If you got to stop here, you're right back in this thing. Niners come back and start. We will see on that. 11-point game. And the Niners get the ball start the second half. Favorite Seahawks song? I mean, I'm a Smells Like Teen Spirit guy. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, this might be what they talk about. This might be the one. All right, I'll link the one that they think it could be. Not second to last play. They think it could be this one. Go text rides the like the Patriots? Makes sense. Song used for the Niners is Lights by Journey. Yeah, this is the play they think it could be. This would make more sense. This would make a little bit more sense if that was the play. Yeah, it's Lights by Journey. That's the song. This would make more sense. Chris Will's fault. Yep. That's going to quick stop and return. We're going to score for the half. Mike have a game again. We might. Yeah, no, this one is far from over. Far from over. Cooper will go to the Seahawks this year. We're in Texas Pats go to Super Bowl. Me too. Still walking, apparently. He was walking off the field at the end. So 4:14 to go, or thereabout. Back underway here. I'm just spraying, hopefully. Browser's on the chance against the Patriots. Gonna be tough. And the defense is good enough, but that's gonna be a tough one. Knuckleball kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Put it at the 20. Bounces in. Yeah, that looked odd, yep. Did look a little bit odd. That Texans defense against Jared Stim is gonna be... I'm terrified. That Texans defense, if they play Jared Stidham, that's a ball game. That's a 100% ball game. One on the top, one on the bottom. Sim taking over Bo Nix. It sucks. Broncos are screwed. Sim's not that good. We'll play Nix get injured. Yeah, we don't know. They said second to last play, but that was the kneel down. Toss to the outside. That's going to be a gain of 3 on the far side. Unless he means before the kneel down, second to last play would have been a run where he got twisted up when he lost about 3 yards. But they might be compared for the foreseeable future. Yep. Old Seahawks derpy looking. Yep. Front center on the quarterback, they can, but I don't know how you're going to learn the playbook in that short of a time frame. I don't know how you're learning the playbook that quickly. Pizza's here. Nice, Joe. 2nd and 7. Oh, I didn't even see. Yeah, high point 1 by 20. Yep. Yeah, they bounced back nicely. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. 2 in the backfield. Darnold takes from the gun. Hand off to Walker on the near side, looking for some space, breaks a tackle, and down to 28. Walker just so shifty right now. It sounded like that play was bottled up with nowhere to go. Look for a moment there, like Clyde Ferrell, former first-round pick with the Raiders, had a shot to get him in the backfield. So he means second last play before the kneel down. Okay. Harlow John's coach, yep, it's official, yep. He means second last play before the kneel down. That would make more sense where he broke the ankle on that one. Tight end motion, toss on 3rd and 1 to Charbonnet. Charbonnet looking for some space, and he will not get there. They toss it out wide on 3rd down. There was a flag on the play. They toss it out wide. Not crazy about that call needing 1 yard. You toss it out. It was a run where we lost 2 yards, yep. Speaking of injuries, Charbonnet is down. Charbonnet is still down on the ground. Were those PI calls right calls? Yes, they were. Yep, there was contact. Tiebreak 7 with the Broncos. Now you have to win this game if you're the Texans. Right, you know he's bad, yep. So let's see what the call is here. Holding on the defense, so it's not going to matter. Automatic first down. That's how bad that play call was. Automatic first down. Yeah, but he got inside the collar. Good call there. Bryce Huff, the former Eagle. Inside the collar of Jalen Sundell. Stoppage here with the Charbonnet injury. No, I didn't misspeak about Nix being out, but misspeak about the play. Like, play with a bad ankle? That was the OPI. Or the DPI, yes, that was DPI. Right, now, Nix is out. The misspeak was on the play itself. Payton said second to last play, which would have been the kneel down, but he might have misspoke in terms of before the kneel down, second last play before the kneel down. In the AFC, we got the 9 Brady Pats, Texans' first Super Bowl AFC Championship game appearance, or backup quarterback level, Denver, yep. Right, Heffley fair for the Dolphins, Stefanski fair for the Falcons. Yep, seems that way at this point. So Rob Laura gets involved? Oh, I like it. I like it. And 17-6, you like what you like button, subscribe. Reaction. I mean, I couldn't believe it because I don't know how it happened. So I don't know how it happened. So I don't know what else to react with. If you have Broncos fans, yeah. That sucks. That's a horrible way. Horrible way. After the euphoric win, to have it crash down like that. Man. $17-6 your score. Yeah, Hostler and Foles exists? Yes. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Though I would think this is the first time anyone's ever started, their first start of the season was a conference championship. I think this is the first time it's ever happened. Give me the Bosa roughing? No, that wasn't that, because that was a push. That was everybody. If New Knicks would be hurt, rather lose, yep. So that's a 2 we've seen it 7 years after a game. Not like this, now where we didn't know there was an injury. We've seen it before where we knew there was an injury, just to know how bad it was. But we have not seen this. Especially to a quarterback. Where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, he fractured his ankle and he's out for the season. And no one knew why. Not after a playoff game. . Banker, let's ride. I would root for the other team. All right, back on our way here. Ball the 34-yard line. And for the defensive holding penalty. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to try the reverse to Shaheed. Gets out in space, so he's got room. Shaheed to the 40. Got to the Cowboy at the 45-50. Shaheed tries to cut back inside to the 45-40. Down the 37-yard line. And Seattle not pressed for time at all. Want to try and make this the final drive of the half. Not give the Niners the ball back. Shaheed on the reverse. Gets the Cowboy out in front. Everyone bites. House Studio is a backup. Yeah, but he started... He's starting the playoffs. And the end of the regular season. Connor Cook, that wasn't the conference championship. That was wild card. I think it's the first guy to ever start their first start of the season's conference championship. Person has to be going and say right now, yep, I don't know what the reaction would be. Feel numb? Yeah, me too. Me too, I feel numb. Because now it's like, if you're a Bronco fan or Bill fan, Bronco fan, you won the game. More comment about the Seahawks right now? Oh, I'm with you on that one. One play back to commercial, yep. Cook was wildcard game. Next season for Denver? Oh, he'll be okay. He'll be okay for next season. Denver a chance at all? Spencer 2, appreciate you, man. Does he have a chance at all? Yes, that defense has a chance. If they run the ball well, they have a shot. But that is going to be hard. That's going to be really hard. Because you can just stack the box. I don't trust Stim to throw. You can just stack the box. I would not be confident at all. Right, win the whole thing? Yep, I'm with you on that one. With that defense, yep. Those ran full whole playoffs? Yes, they did. And before that, too. They ran before the playoffs as well. I would think at this point you want to play the Patriots. I would think at this point, if you were the Broncos, you want to play the Patriots. Texans defense is swarming. I don't know how you beat the Texans defense. I don't know how. There a chance against the Pats? No chance against Houston. Yep, I'm with you. I agree. He Dominant's back to have a shot? Yep. Feel like Aim broke his leg. Dominant the Cowboys the season ended for 8 and went out. That's fair. Yeah. Oh, man, have it end like that? Will they sign someone? I'm not sure they will. They might just ride with what they got. They might just ride with what they got right now. Man. What a horrible way to have it happen. Man. I was like, I don't like the Patriots because they knock us out so many times, and they've been there so many times, and I don't like the Texans for obvious reasons. Now one of them is going to the Super Bowl. One of them is going to the Super Bowl. Sucks. For me, at least. Right, it could happen. They did win the weak offensive showing, but I don't know. I don't trust Stidham to not turn the ball over. All right, 2-minute warning here. I'm going to eat at the halftime break. So I'll bring over some food and whatnot, because I usually would eat in between the games, but 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Seahawks go right to left. Try and bring Breeze out of retirement. Yep. See what Rivers is doing for one more year. Oots the fullback. Darnold, 5-step drop. They'll send 4. He's flushed out. Just checks it down the flat. That's incomplete. Probably barely was incomplete because I would keep the clock running. 10 for the fullback. Oots. Nothing there. Yeah, Wright's coach of the Niners. Yep. Kim Burkhardt talking about walking into a club. Oh, man. I know we thought the Niners would lose to the Giants in 1990. We knew Hostetler could play, though. To be fair, we knew Hostetler could play. But second down, 1 at the top. Now 2 at the top. The screw with JSN motioning in the backfield. I'll send 4. Middle of the field, overthrown on the slant. Looking for Shaheed. Introduce makes me hungry. Yep, makes me hungry. Now, I just need to eat in between the games, and I didn't get a chance to do that. 3rd down. The Niners have a timeout. So, if you're going to stop here, you can't call a timeout, get the ball back, and have a chance to double dip. Are we allowed to sign Breeze? He's still under contract with the Saints. So when a player retires, they have to relinquish their rights. The team has to relinquish their rights to retirement. So the Saints would have to release him. Do it again if the Rams made it? Yes, they would, 100%. 100%. I wouldn't stop it because you could buy it on the secondary market, but they would do it. Slam pass, that's called first down. Same play as last time. This time, though, it goes to Jake Bobo. That's again a 16 on the first down. It's a 10 versus defense. Yes, it will be. Oh, I don't know now, Rob. I don't know. Caleb Haney. He didn't start that game. He didn't start that one. Color started that game. Yeah, they would do that again. Most teams do that to block visiting fans. For Illinois, they'll do that too, especially if the Bears make it. And Hussler could play. Stidham cannot play. Having seen him many times, he cannot play. One on the top, one on the bottom. 1:10 to go. Handoff, Walker. He goes to the 15, down to the 11. And time is not an issue for the Seahawks here. In the slightest bit. I feel like the Niners should call timeout here. Try and get the ball back. Time's not an issue for Seattle. 2nd and 1. One on the top, one on the bottom. Handoff, Walker. Down to the 7. Now you call timeout. Now you have to if you're San Fran. 34 seconds and... McDonald take it? Why'd McDonald take it? At least let it run another 10 seconds before taking it. Yep, National Championship Monday night, yep. All right, interesting timeout there by McDonald. I would have waited another 10 seconds to do it if you're going to do it. Where's rank on the best all time? It's up there. Top 3. In terms of TV, yeah, Cairo Santos, yes. We also, breaking news! We have more breaking news. Stefanski to the Falcons. It is official. Kevin Stefanski to Atlanta. You got Sterling Howard 13 minutes ago today, and it's all downhill from there. I don't like that timeout by McDonald, but I get it. I would have waited another 10 seconds to take it. You're not pressed for time. But I get it. You want some leeway. I get it. But I would not have done it. But Stefanski to Atlanta. The second of 9 coaching dominoes has dropped. Spence with a 2. I'll get you on in just a second. Appreciate you, man. Darnold. Handoff. Walker. Misdirection to the 5. Turn the corner to the 1 and in. Touchdown, but you got time. They scored a bit too quick. So I didn't like that timeout. But you make it a 3-score game. Kenneth Walker, Stefanski Falcons coach. Yep, appreciate you. Spence on that one. It looked like it was rumored to be that way. So Stefanski will get a second chance in Atlanta. The retread hire, the former Browns head coach. That's a done deal. And interesting now with the Titans, because their top 3 guys were Stefanski, Nagy, and Heffley. Heffley's the leader in the clubhouse for the Finns. Stefanski out. Does this mean Nagy's going to go to the Titans? I would laugh so hard if that happens. I think now Nagy goes to the Titans. Another domino drops. Extra point good. 24-6. 18-point game. But the Niners have time to answer for some questionable timeout management there by Seattle. Sorry for success. There you go. What a half, though, for the Seahawks. Marched right down the field. That big slant to Bobo and then Walker running it in. Again, they ran the ball so well last time against the Niners. They run it well there. Stefanski strikes. Harriman's the new official song of the Falcons. Yep. Think Mary goes to Titans? I don't think so at this point. I don't think so. I'm Eastern. We'll see what happens on this drive. I think they took it too early for no reason. There you go. You see the score right there changing. Kickoff fielded at the 10, taken to the 15, 20, 25, and brought down at the 30-yard line. 28 seconds. Niners can double dip. Time to start Rex Ryan. Yep. Yeah, what a newsy night for the NFL. You're not kidding. Between Heffley and Shula, I think it's going to be Heffley. Could be Campanelli, but I think it's going to be Heffley at this point. Last time my team won for being down 18 at the half. That hasn't happened since last week. It's been a bit. Been about 7 days. I like the hire? I do, yes. I think Stefanski just need a change in scenery. I like the hire. It's good for Kirk Cousins. Yes, it is. All right, I'll get your name on the board too as well, Spence. Let me get your name on that one. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 on the bottom. Niners have a timeout. Purdy stepping up, avoids the sack. Incomplete, looking for McCaffrey with 23. So score too early? I don't know about score too early, but I think they called timeout too early, allowing the Niners to have a chance at a drive. Maybe get a head coaching job? Yes, I think he does. The fact that he got all, every team is interested in him, he should be getting one unless he bombs the interview. And there's so many vacancies. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get one. 2nd and 10. They'll send 4. Purdy stepping up, avoids the sack, takes over, runs to the 35, 40, 45. He stayed in bounds, so they'll have to burn a timeout at the 47. Will with 13 seconds. Again, this is why I don't like taking the timeout that early. I have 24-6, I think they're fine. Yeah, but, I mean, they do get the ball to the second half. That was the score. 2 field goals and then 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Thomas runs to the Cardinals. I think it's going to be Joseph. I think we advanced Joseph. That's not the worst goal. Give yourself more time. Not a goal to go spot. Not with 36 seconds on a goal to go spot. It'd be different if there wasn't a finite end. If that was at the 13-yard line, that's a different story. Two at the top, 1 at the bottom. And I think the Seahawks will take a timeout here. Who doesn't get a job? Burke, I don't think he's getting a job this year. Salah, Flores, I think one of those two will get, one of them won't. I've heard how upset is. Oh, yes. Oh. We'll possibly have in 13 seconds. Nothing. Nothing can happen in 13 seconds. Never seen it in a playoff game before. So now the team has 8 timeouts left. They're about 15 yards away from field goal range. A lot of breaking news. I don't think Raymond's got floors. I don't think they do that. McCaffrey not out there right now. Bit banged up. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to motion Pearsall closer to the line of scrimmage. Purdy, they'll send 4. Drop him back. Fires off his back foot, and that is... Did he get the feet in bounds for the interception? They're going to say no. Witherspoon got his hands on that one, but he did not intercept it. He was out of bounds. It's time for one more play before we have to try the field goal. Or Hail Mary or whatever, but they might review this. Did Witherspoon get the feet in bounds? We're not getting a replay. And there's no booth review, so... I guess it wasn't even that close. Well, I'm just fell into office. No, that's the right move, I think. Purdy. They're going to throw a Hail Mary. They're going to send just 2. Deep shot. End zone. For it all. Up in the air. Incomplete. Jennings almost had a chance at that one. Especially call an out route there. Trying to get a little bit closer for a field goal. Making a 2-score game. That ball hung up there a little bit. It's broken up by Imanwari. Not a bad throw. Tunja's the intended target. Then Tunja just poked it up with his elbow. Hung up there a little bit, but will be incomplete. Falls harmlessly to the ground. It's an 18-point game and a half. Was he the second best quarterback in 2013? He was efficient. I don't know about second best quarterback in 2013. I don't know about that. Never go that far, but top 5. Yeah, I go top 5. How's it going, Jacob? Rigged ending? No, that was not a rigged ending. That was the right. Those are pass interference calls. Those are the right moves. 5-year contract for Stefanski. So same as Harbaugh in terms of years. Public odds outline Oregon quarterback start Super Bowl. No, they will not. Manning's clearly won. Cook sat his hands and was on the ground when he decided to take him. Again, it's one of those things where I get it. They were still ball fighting. No one had complete control at that point. No one had complete control. They were ball fighting. That's a tough one. I would probably say Breeze was the second best quarterback that year. Or Brady. You could go Brady on that one. You could very well go Brady. Yeah, Cook, Nagy and second everyone with the Titans. Yep. 7 head coaches: Joseph Minter, Kubiak, Sala, Heffley, Burke, and Flores. It sounds about right. Well, there'd be 6 remaining. Because Stefanski's gone. Yeah, Joseph would be Broncos, I would think. Schwartz to the Browns. I think they promote from within. They go Schwartz. Or they go Udinsky. You know, Udinsky's getting some love. Kubiak, Ravens. Heffley, Dolphins. Flores, Steelers. Raiders, Minter. Or Sala. I would say Sala. Martinez for the offseason for the Broncos. He's a tight end. Had sex as the AFC Championship. Does feel that way. Yep. So the news, yeah. If I encountered a bear in real life, I would probably be terrified. I mean, I did meet a bear in real life. I did meet a bear. I was on a thing in Alaska. In 2013, yep. I was on a tram in Alaska, and there was a bear, and we just had to stay completely silent. Brad's probably with Schwartz, yep. Schwartz and Hagan said Burke and one of Sal Flores. Yes, I think so. Manning, Breeze, Foles, Brady, Noon. I'm okay with that. All right, I'm going to get something to eat. So give me a second. I'll be right back. I was going to eat in between the games, but obviously the game went long, went OT, so could not eat in between. So give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm just getting grapes and cheese. So give me a second. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Yeah, Broken's going to move through a platform. Won't play through. Going to face Jared Stidham. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Knicks. I don't know, because he looked okay. Spencer good for Atlanta. But I mean Atlanta, not Arizona. But yes, I think so. I think Stefanski will be a very good fight. I think it was just time for both parties. A sabotage team? I don't know about that. I mean, broken ankle is not easy to play on. That's not easy. We don't know what he's going through. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. Give me like 3 minutes. Have Jared versus entertain everyone. All right. We're back. Have receptions? Does Juszczyk have? None. Is it even possible next play? I don't know. I don't even think it's possible. Worst one of 2013 was Matt Schaub. He was bad. The picks were insane. He just fell the fist of the earth. Because he was good in 2012. And in 2013, it was really bad. Well, banged up, I mean, a broken ankle is not banged up. It's not a bruise or something. I mean, it's a broken ankle. Because the Pacers are so good this year. A strong language share, yeah. Share versus been off the rails lately. Saw bear to zoo? Yeah, I saw a bear like in the wild in Alaska. That was nuts. That was like 2008. The Pacers with the injuries, they're a mess this year. Josh Allen press conference. I saw he was crying yesterday to see that. Yep. Now Ryan's still in shape. His arm was cooked by the end of his career. He had no arm strength at that point. I was in Alaska in 2008. Took a cruise. It was a cruise. We did an Alaska cruise. So, that's why. Again, they weren't bailed by the refs. Those were the right calls. The guy got tackled before at the 5-yard line. Even the play before that, it was roughing the passer. What it mattered. That was been a good hire. Thought they were going for Kubiak. Could they not wait? I think they were worried that Stefanski would take the Titans' job, potentially. Sidham versus Milroe Super Bowl. Oh, God. Kubiak, firing him was an overreaction. Just stripped quarterback, let him stay. I mean, Bill O'Brien was good until he got full control. When the Bears were back, well, that makes sense. Why didn't Fox start for the game either? I don't know. I don't know if Fox didn't do it. Bears time, yep. I sat with them and say they're right. I'll call them out when they suck. I've called them out many times before when they suck. I met Lobomber in Alaska. I met him. No, it's not every time. I've criticized the refs so much on this channel. Are you kidding me? I've criticized the refs so many times. The Panthers-Bucks game, I was all up on the refs' screw. But there was clear contact before. The Penguins, oh yeah. Ever so slightly poetic. Yeah, he probably was in Alaska. Gonna spread the religion out there. I think you're right. I think he's better than Stidham. I mean, Stidham's not good. Stidham is really not good. Then press play caller, Brian. That's fair. Probably should call Rivers. Cold Stone is rights, but that would be pretty funny. Better shot than Stidham, I'll tell you that much. Harrison not looking good right now, Isaiah. They are not looking good. Can't stop the run. Call Kendall Hill and see what he's up to. Yep. Call Kendall Hill on that one. 10 positions? No, nothing really. Was good as a talent manager by Seattle at the end, but it worked. Not worked, but it ended up mattering. We'll have a video tomorrow, history video. Rodgers is not a free agent, no. He's still under contract by the Steelers. Yeah, 5-year deal, don't know the money, but pretty standard to give a 5-year deal. Pretty standard terms. Ooh, I'm going to go Mitchell on that one. Really going all the way back. Yep. We're really going back on that one. Yeah, I can't imagine winning Bronco fan right now. Yeah, it's the thrill to just devastation right after. Right now, if you'll see the last couple hours, let's just Seahawks fan. Or Falcons fan. I'm sure Falcons fans are feeling pretty good right now with that hire. We're plus 325 to plus 900. That is nuts. Makes sense, though. Thoughts on Allen's performance? Has to play better. The pick was not his fault at the very end. The pick was not his fault in the slightest bit at the end. But turnovers were a nightmare. You can't turn the ball over 5 times to win the game. Favorite lizard? Oh, I don't know my favorite lizard character. AFL Premiers? I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what that is. AFL Premiers. They just signed Cap. NFL posted it. They did not. I know they didn't. I don't know if I can show my phone, but it's not that. Call Trevor's fault. Just the elation, and then you realize, oh, man. Oh, yeah, Jake, appreciate you, man. All good. I didn't watch that game, Kevin. So that game I didn't watch because that was the first game of the wild card slate. So like I don't want to say I didn't watch it, but the Jaguars were playing the Chargers that night in Jacksonville, so I was at that game. So I wasn't really paying too much attention to the Niners Seahawks game. It was just like on the corner of my eye. You know, watch the baseball stadium because it's right across the street. T-Mobile is right across the street. We're looking at Tommy Rees as the OC. Second last play before the past minutes. That would make sense. Where he got banged up on the ankle. Yep. That makes sense. Some of those devastating playoff injury the last 12 months. Yep. Halliburton on the line 1. Yep. Oh, straight forward like Jimmins? I know nothing about the AFL. I know nothing about them. I could not tell you. I know nothing about any of the teams. So I could not tell you my pick for the AFL champion. Could not tell you a thing. At least Knicks will be back for next season. But Halliburton was like, oh man, elimination game. You go out and you're screwed for next season. We could count on them. We could. All right, back on our way here. Okay, return to the 25 and down at the 27-yard line. Give me a second, guys. Well, the 28. Let's adjust this. Where'd it go? Here we go. So also your flag flies immediately. No gain on the play. Goes to Robinson again. No McCaffrey for the moment. That injury was so unfair. Yep. Fox doing the AF thing again. Yep. Release Bronx to win in 26. I don't know if the Pacers ever get back with the score. Yeah. Start Davis Webb. Already knows the playbook. Penalty gets declined. It was on San Fran. 2nd and 9. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Might have picked it up. They're going to send 4. Purdy. Stepping up, trying to throw on the run, and just throw the ball away on the near sideline in the direction of Robinson. Brings up 3rd down. Third down. 2 at the top, 1 of them on, back to his right. The little girl, yes. I refresh if you got frame drops there. There was an issue on my end. There was an OBS issue, but we should be good now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a frame drop issue. But off his back foot with the roster closing down on him, Purdy able to make the play and find Jennings at the 48-yard line. Try refreshing if there was a frame drop. Yeah, Logo going to 0 for 7 in picks. Yeah, she is... I'm going to bet my life savings on just whatever she picks, the opposite. Purdy, backing up at the 28, throws that ball in the direction of Jordan James, their 5th-round pick. So no grounding, even though that ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. And Tunges is limping. Again, no George Kittle. He's out for the rest of the season. Tunges is limping off the field. I should go with tempo? Yeah, they should, yes. Down by 3 scores, and yeah, Tunges just... fell down on his own accord. He's not putting any weight on that thing. They signed Luke Farrell in the offseason from the Jaguars. He'll be the new tight end 1. Braden Willis, the backup tight end now at this point. Niners taking even more of a beating. Back to his left here. Delayed handoff. Up the middle it goes. James down to the 45-yard line. 3rd and 3. Again, no McCaffrey, no Tunges, no Kittle, no Ayuk. McCaffrey's got his helmet on the sideline. How many injuries can this team sustain? Down to your 5th-round pick this year in Jordan James, a man who has not really done much of anything this season. And he literally has not touched the ball all year. Look up the middle again, and this time stuffed. Robinson, no gain. Figure you got to go for it here. 4th and 3. Celts win by that much. What? Brown of 41. Wow. Falcons and Hawks are both flaming hot garbage. At least the Falcons look like they're on the up and up. I like the Stefanski move. I like they're doing a complete rebuild. Not rebuild, but just clean house. 4th down, offense stays on the field. Don't want to say this is the ball game, but it'd be very hard to come back if you don't get this. I give the Seahawks the ball near midfield. Pearsall in motion to the bottom of the screen. Back to his left. They're going to send 4. Purdy. Pressured, sacked at the 41-yard line. Thrown down by Leonard Williams. Not only is it going to turn over on downs, but it loses about 14 yards, and Seattle's going to take over well in plus territory. What's her name? I don't know her name. It was a baby. It's literally a his house won a game with the sit for the Niners. Yep. Like it's literally it's like a not a baby, but like a 4-year-old who clearly knows something about football because she's 4. But it was a search today. No. Bear Life Simmons and Texans Rams winning tomorrow. Yep, I will. But she was 0 for 6 last week, 0 for 2 today. (24-6) your score. Did you win part 2? Yes, this defense is really good. There's no weak spots on this defense. Only the Texans can beat this team. This Seahawks team is darn good. I mean, the Rams can. Look, the Rams beat them the first time. Second time they would have. It went on for bad special teams. The Rams can beat them. The Bears, I don't know. But the Rams, we know, can beat them. Stop, they're already dead. Rather Texans or Rams. That makes sense. Seahawks are being the Rams first time for Myers on the field goal. That's fair. It was a long field goal, though. What was that, 60 yards out? It's a long field goal. The Rams match up well with them. Texans Seahawks were the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time. That game's ending 2-0. Bears have to make it first. Texans Seahawks Super Bowl went in 2-0. It's walk-off safety in overtime. Rams best and left in the playoffs? We'll see. I like the Rams a lot. They're my pick to make the NFC. They're my pick to make it this year to the Super Bowl of the NFC. It'll be very interesting. Super Bowl this year. Kind of terrified, actually, if the Broncos make it. The Broncos make the Super Bowl. I don't know if I want that. It's a game I think would suck. The Broncos make it. I don't know if Stidham can do anything. I'd be kind of terrified, actually, if the Broncos make it. I think the game will be over by halftime. No, it wouldn't be. Texans being Seahawks be one of the biggest upsets in NFL history? No. There's probably like 3 for that game. Handoff Walker to the near side, looking for some space to the 40, and out at the 35-yard line. Gain of 7. The first game was close between the teams. How would that be the biggest upset in history? I mean, Broncos with Stidham beating them. The Astros eliminated them once 1-0 18 game. I remember that one. There's no way that'd be one of the biggest upsets of all time. Now, we saw earlier this season those teams belong on the same field. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. I formation here. Seahawks going right to left. Already in field goal range after the 4th down stop. Darnold 3-step drop. First 3 not there. Now second middle of the field. And that's caught at the 24-yard line. It's Cooper Kupp. Gain of 11 and a first. Yeah, Sim would probably get shown in the Super Bowl. It would not be good. You call it an upset, but I don't know a biggest ever. Not even close. I mean, the last time those teams met was a 1-score game. That was when the Texans were not that good. They haven't lost since Halloween. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Just outside the red zone here at the 24-yard line. Tight end motions, it's Saubert. Stretch play, Walker. Went for some space, gets to the 20, and brought down the 16. What makes this team so frustrating? Like, if you're the defense, obviously not the Seahawks, but if you're the defense, what makes it so frustrating is that it looks like on a lot of these runs, there are chances to get them behind the line of scrimmage. They're slow developing runs. These are plays. Oh, that makes sense. I meant Broncos. Yes. Okay, I'll give you that one. Yes, I'll give you that one. That makes a lot more sense. I was going to say Texans. Wait, what? Broncos, yes. Okay, I'll give you that one. 100% I'll give you that one. But it looks like there's a lot of slow developing runs. They should be able to have them for a loss of 2, and then it turns into 7 or 8 yards. So you hold the block an extra second longer. Walker, he'll be right at the line to gain at the 14-yard line. Are they going to give it to him? I think they will. Even that one, that looks like a play that should be stopped at the line of scrimmage. He gets 2 out of it. Slow developing. Right, because Sim, yes. That makes more sense. Yeah, you just mistyped. I was like, wait, Texans Seahawks would not be, it would be like a 3-point spread. Eagles Pets said Nick Foles starting. That was an upset. Yes, it was an upset. Yeah, joke work in front of my friends during the party. Oh, God. No. Right, Broncos being upset. Yes, I'll give you that one, 100%. 2 at the bottom of the screen. Shaheed in motion. 5-step drop. Darnold pressured. Eats the sack of the 24. Everyone collapsed in on him. I will say, smart play by Darnold. You know, don't make a bad situation worse. You're up by 18. You saw that everything was collapsing on you. Don't try and cock the ball backwards and try and throw and then a strip sack. You're going to go up by 21 points, barring anything crazy here. Just don't make a bad situation worse. Your defense doing its job. You're doing your job as well. If it's not there, eat it. Smart sack by Darnold. And that play got blown up immediately. Back to his right is Walker. Got to get this off. They just do. Toss out wide to Walker on the far side. And he will get down to the 17-yard line. 3rd and 13. mean, Seahawks Texans Part 2 would be great because that would mean I get to do a dumb decisions video on the Super Bowl, which would be like 1 million views in an hour. That would be nuts. Michael Darnold would play if that's what he was here. It's the curse of the Jets. Wolves saw the Spurs are being down 25.5. Holy cow. And they have Wemby, I'm assuming, in that one. Assuming they got Wemby there. 3rd and 13. Empty backfield here. JSN motions to the top of the screen. 5 wide, 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Darnold takes it. They'll send 5 pressure up the A-gap. But a screen pass caught by JSN to the 10. And down to the 6. And now a decision. I'm going. You're up by 3 scores. Field goal keeps it at a 3-score game. I'm going for the kill shot. I'm going for the kill. I don't think they're going to do that, but I'm going for the kill. No, they're not going to. Boo. I'm going for the kill shot. Make it a 4-score game. Put this one out of reach. They'll kick the field goal. So win for the Niners, considering the field position that the Seahawks started with after that 4th down stop. Myers, 24 yards out. Right down the middle. I don't like that. I don't like that. Morales Achilles injury is worse. Yes. That was rough. No, it's not a dumb decision, but I would have gone for the kill shot. It's not a dumb decision, but I would have gone for the kill shot. 4th and 2, I get. 4th and 1, I definitely go for the kill shot. 4th and 2, I think inside the 6-yard line, you're up by 3 scores. If it was a 14-point game, yes. 14-point game, you go for the field goal. Make it 3 scores. That's easy. But here, no. They're not putting the backups just yet. 21 for the Niners are coming. We will see. 27-6. I don't also have to do much. Nope. At this point, the running game is doing well. Don't do much. Don't risk that oblique injury. You don't have to. Yeah, look some people around. They look very good. They look very, very good. Rip the window? No, as long as you got Purdy, their window's open. You guys see Schefter's tweet? Schefter just put out like one of the funniest tweets. Completely unintentionally. Schefter just put out an insane tweet. The Adobe Acrobat AI rap commercial, I hate that. Yeah, all this has happened since 8:10 Eastern time. Wait, not that. Since 8:10 Eastern time, all of this has happened. One of these things is not like the other. Let's play a game. Broncos beat the Bills in OT. Bo Nix out for the season. Stidham will start. Falcons hire Stefanski. Niners Seahawks taking place. I'm going JSN by a hair on that one. McDaniel, I've not heard anything about McDaniel. Josh Allen got emotional with tears in his eye after the game. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is very clearly not like the other. And I will let you guess which one is not like the other. Yeah, 2 playoff games. Coach gets tired. Quarterback out. Guy cries. One of them is not like the other. In terms of news. Yeah, JGN. Yeah, definitely better than Puka. Yep. 6 for the Niners. That was the one to go to Super Bowl 48. 49 would be Packers and OT. Kevin returns to the 20, 25-30, and brought down right around there as Robinson at the 31-yard line. Yeah, not playoff related. This fancy one, not playoff related. Well, it's funny. I was not skeptical of the Jets in 23. Because I thought that defense was... Oh, no, wait, 23, yes, I was. 24, I thought, you know what? They looked decent last year with an average court. No, wait, no. No, 22. I was like, you know what? That team was decent with bad quarterback play. Yet Rodgers are going to be in a good spot. They'll send 4. Purdy stepping up, fires on the run, angle route, Juszczyk, his first grab of the day. The fullback gets the first down. Thrown out by Jones at the 41-yard line. Again, I have no problem with the guy crying after season ends. I have no problem with that. That's not what that's about. But it's more, that is not news. That is very, very clearly not news. Very clearly. McCaffrey back in the game with a stinger. He's back in there. One on the top, one on the bottom, back to his left. Play action with McCaffrey. They're going to send 4. Purdy has plenty of time. Nothing open down the field. Going to check it down, and that's picked off at the 47-yard line. Was looking on the play for his tight end, Luke Farrell, and just threw it right to Ernest Jones, who does it again. Ernest Jones has been a menace this game defensively. Purdy had all day to throw, nothing open down the field. Threw into a tight window. Had to throw it outside, not inside the numbers. Farrell was, I don't want to say open, but you throw it outside the numbers, you have a shot. Inside the numbers, no shot. And Jones, easy pick. Exactly, Sports Talk, yep. I guess that's for karaoke at this point. Well, it's not karaoke, it's just a live band, but... If you were advocating to keep Rodgers at 27 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, and completion percent into the 60s. Although it wasn't that good this year. I don't think it would have made a difference this year. That was just too toxic. I mean, there was clearly a divide, and the whole comments with the distractions and whatnot when you were crossing those distractions. Yep, Krabs to the bed, yep. Round 2, Mac Jones time. It's not good. McDonald's workers a quarterback. Appreciate you, Rob. What's the issue? Live band karaoke. So, oh no, you're good. You're good, George. There's no dumb questions. There are no dumb questions. Live band karaoke versus karaoke. So karaoke is you have a machine, a typical karaoke machine. So you put in a song with a DJ or a KJ. You write down what song you want to do. Then it's just you sing over the instrumental of the track. So whatever you think of karaoke, that's usually what that is. Live band is you sing with a live band. So you go on stage and you sing a song with a backing band. So it's not an instrumental track and whatnot, like you're singing with an actual band. So that's the difference. Is Fancy Dress remodel the quarterback room? I think so, yes. You sing with a band, yes. That's live band, yes. Karaoke is backing track. I mean, you still sing, but it's an instrumental. And there's tons of things like that on YouTube where like you can type in like I don't know, Locked Out of Heaven instrumental or karaoke, and you just sing with that. And you have the words within the bouncing ball and all that. Live band is you're the lead singer of an actual band. Do you both? Yes. I'm sure there's no bad questions. I've seen a lot of questions on here, trust me. That doesn't even scratch the surface, though. Remember, I saw should the NFL play a preseason tournament in July in Alaska. Yes, it's Japanese. Yes, it is. Tonight's live band? No, tonight is not live band. Feel like there's some musicians play the same songs over and over for peanuts. Yeah. So tonight, the band that does karaoke. So tonight's not karaoke. Play action, Darnold. Flushed out, fires on the run, the flat that's caught by JSN out of bounds at the 43-yard line, gain of 4. The band that does karaoke also, actually performs. And they do songs, they do weddings, they do bars and whatnot. All sorts of stuff. They do Cardinals also. They're the band that plays anytime the Cardinals have a primetime game. They'll play on the Great Lawn for Cardinals games. So they're an actual band. And they have a show tonight at that bar. Yes, I do both. Yes, I like live band a lot better, though. 2nd and 6, one on the bottom of the screen. Handoff, Walker tries to bounce Up the middle, and he'll get a yard at the 42-yard line, taking down the play by Lenore. Tonight, yes, so tonight is that band. It's not karaoke. They're doing like an actual show. But sometimes they see me in the crowd, they let me on stage. So, sort of like that. Cover band? Yes, it's cover band. Yep, it is a cover band. They do weddings, they do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's all cover band. Karma hurts. Niners fans. Have a little guest who asked for the preseason tournament. Oh, you weren't here for that? You weren't here for that. Oh, man. Your guess is probably right. Has to be fewest ever for a starting quarterback conference. It has to be. Yes, Simmons 197 has to be. Swings it out. That ball's called the 30 down to the 28. Unless we're counting Tom Mateo on that one. Are we counting the Eastern or the Western Conference Championship between Green Bay and Baltimore, where they had a running back at quarterback? Other than that, should they be playing the music of the draft? I don't know. If they ever goes to Phoenix. So usually the bands that do the draft have a horn section. Usually have some sort of horn section. But they'd be a great fit, obviously. Some of them discussion I see in the chat. Oh, God. There's some stuff like easily Google. There's some stuff that's very easily Google. Are the sports fans? Yes, they are. Favorite halftime show ever, the Super Bowl, Katy Perry. Katy Perry was probably the best one. That redefined what it meant to be a halftime show. Hand off here to the near side. Shaheed, he's going to lose 3 at the 30-yard line, taking down the play by D. Winters. And the costume changes, the pacing, that was great. But they go to games. They go to games. When was I asked that? Oh, I don't remember when I was asked that. He just started Excess Hope, trying to reference how Summer unfolds. You're at the coping phase. Text like BYU the second loss. Oh, man. Bad Bunny's halftime show? I don't know. So, I gotta listen to Bad Bunny. The problem is that I don't know a lot of his songs. I think it's a weird halftime show. There's nothing against Bad Bunny. It's nothing against him at all. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They're going to send 4. Darnold looks near sideline, open, caught on the out route, cup of the 15-yard line, thrown down there. So the thing is that the Super Bowl last year got like 170 million viewers. 98% of those watched it on Fox, the English broadcast. So only 2% watch it in Spanish. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't know a single Bad Bunny song. Like, I feel like most of the artists that done the halftime show, even if you don't know them or don't like them, you know at least one of their songs. Unless you're living under a rock. Bad Bunny, he's either the biggest thing in the world depending on where you are, but he also could be living under, but if he's not the biggest thing in the world to you, he's not, he doesn't have any, like you could go without listening to Bad Bunny before, if that makes sense. It'd be hard to go all of last year without listening to Not Like Us. Timeout by Seattle's Blackhawks slowing down. No, more deserving. I mean, he's been the most streamed artist for a while. Lead-out program Super Bowl will do? I think it's going to suck. If the lead-out program is going to suck. Problem is that the lead-out program is the Olympics, but it's not live. So you know everything that's happening. You know the results. It's not live. Like the lead-out program to the Super Bowl was the Winter Olympics a few years ago. 4 years ago, and about 24 million views. Hand off here. Walker, 10-5. He's going to dive in. Touchdown. That should be ball game. He said, Marcus, yes, he does that sometimes. But the lead-out programs usually get under 20 million viewers at this point. The Olympics, it's not live. You know the results. So sports fans want to watch it, but sports fans also like seeing things knowing the results. This point's good. $34-6. Yeah, this is getting very ugly very quickly. Mac Jones versus Drew Lock. Yeah, I would not have Darnold play again at this point. Unless I score a touchdown this drive. Oh, that makes sense, Tom. Yep. Still think I might just get a car. Yep. Hang on. A death report? Oh, I didn't see that. And 34-6 or score. If you like what Steve, accept the like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Yeah, I don't see anything about. I don't see anything with the death with that Golden Steel. Fake punt. That was an undecided Tyrell. Yes, yes, it was 100%. Just do something like Sam Darnold. Family pick 'em, we took the over at 44.5. Ooh. Oh, you're in a good spot right now. In a good spot at 40. So one more touchdown to make it happen. Return for the goals. Yep. Not a bad spot with that. Oh, Chet Brooks? Oh, man. Oh, that's awful. Oh, man, I remember him, too. Good player. Paranoid side is wondering if the powers that be are trying to arrange a Patriots-Seahawks swim match. Oh, God. What was the dumb decision? Because why up 24-0 and you're trying a fake punt? Pin deep in your own territory. Yeah, Rob Zara's right. They exceed expectations, but the injury is too much to handle. Gotta address receiver. Yeah, you have to. Especially with Ayuk just acting a fool. You have to address receiver. It's pretty sad time on some of these plays, but just still relying on McCaffrey on checkdowns. Exactly, sports talk. First time in 4 years now. Chiefs, Eagles, and Niners on the set. Yep. I have some Rams stuff, but have to go all in. Yeah, Wilson, he was. Yes, he was. Very good time on that one. He's probably on Cloud 9 right now. I'd be too. This is a stress-free game. Stress-free playoff game. This is the life. 20, 25, 30, and down to 31-yard line. Hand off to McCaffrey. He's going to lose 2 at the 29-yard line. It's been a great game. I don't know why people think it's boring. You really did not need to delay the start of this game after Bills Broncos. We did not need to delay it. 2nd and 12. Yeah, Wilson was still in the Super Bowl. I don't know whether I laugh, cry, or anything. Yeah. Russ, I figure the backup quarterback situation. I mean, we don't know. To be fair, they've not attempted to pass on the backup quarterback this year or last year. So we don't know. Guess I'll find out a lot tomorrow. Or next week. I'll find out a lot next week. Maybe Sidham will shock us all. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to send 4. Purdy pressured, flushed out to the near side. Pump fake. He's going to take off and run, and he'll be out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So before you told you I'm in tears. Yeah. That's amazing. Man, stress-free Super Bowl is the holy grail of all sports. Eagles fans had it made last year. Yep. Yes, they did. Yeah, I'd have a heart attack if my team was in a stress. Like, I don't know if I could have survived. If the Jags played the Broncos this week, and I know they couldn't have because of the seeding, but if that game happened Save the Jaguars. I'm not sure if I'd be alive to tell the tale. I might not be on stream. They send 4. Purdy, pressure off the edge, fires. Out route, call on the far side, then dropped. Juwan Jennings had his hands broken up in the last second by Reek Woolen, but you got to hold on to that ball. I mean, there's no excuses there. That's Seahawks ahead by 3.5. Oh, that's good. They got him on the corner route. And I don't know how we dropped that ball. Well, they're going for it. I think it's fair to say this is the ball game. I think it's very fair to say this is the game. McCaffrey to his right. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Seahawks late subbing on. They'll call a timeout. They'll have 1 left. It's a good timeout because Drake Thomas was all out of sorts. He was very late subbing on. Yeah, Jennings has started. So, yep. The data that supports the EMF causing injuries at rapid rate. I think so too, yeah. I think so too. There's data behind it, yeah, at this point. Yeah, Lions has a stressful Super Bowl with blood medication would save my life, yep. How's it going, okay, Anson? Yeah, this game is a doozy. Browns try Stidham or a Hail Mary like Rivers. Well, they can't get Rivers. He's still in a contract with the Colts. I would think they go for... I think they have to go Stidham at this point. It sounds like we have to wonder what Ike's doing right now. Probably speeding by the stadium at 110 miles an hour. Texans Seahawks Super Bowl. A lot of players and coaches that matchup looking for the first ring. I don't want the Texans in it, but... Man, if it's between them and the Patriots, man. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right. Purdy takes it. They're going to send 5. Pressured, flushed out, escapes a sack, rolling out to the near side and running out of real estate, and he's going to be out of bounds. He throws it across his body. It's incomplete. He might have stepped out of bounds beforehand. Either way, it's a turnover on downs. The Seahawks take over. And I think it's fair to say this one's over. Last one I go through, hip clip. Last one I go through. Broncos win next week. Sim went to Auburn and Baylor. No quarterback from Baylor has ever started Super Bowl. Only Cam Newton started one after Auburn. Man. Okay, if the Seahawks score a touchdown here, we'll call it early. If the Seahawks score a touchdown, I'm going to call it early. Just to save my voice, because we're going to have a long day tomorrow, I can tell. Yeah, but I'm going to call it early. If they score a touchdown, I'm calling it early. As far as the playoff team I can remember, I mean, they're banged up to hell and back. Feels like NFC Championship all over again. It does. So, score a field goal next. 28. It wouldn't be 28 now. I can't do math. 31. I give it another drive. Give it another drive at that point. Oh, Tom's always get back card for you. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's hysterical. Philip Pat's trying to say the game is no longer house money while I'll get the opportunities here, so way ahead of schedule. I get it. I completely get it. I think that there's just... It's almost like this. I equate to this. When the Jaguars played the Chiefs in 22, I thought it would bring the Chargers, okay, house money. House money. It's been a heck of a season. Like, we were not supposed to be here. We're not going to beat the Chiefs. There's no way we beat Kansas City in the playoffs on the road. There's no way it happens. And then Mahomes goes down. And Chad Henne comes in. I'm like, okay, we have to win this game now. So it's almost like that. Which I get. It's also why I don't really, feel anything after the loss to the Bills. Because 2017 was pretty similar in the sense of house money, and then we're up by 10 in the fourth. I'm like, okay, you have to win this thing. You have to win this. There's not going to be another chance. You have to win this thing. But there wasn't really that opportunity this year with the Jaguars. It was like, heck of a season, heck of a ride. It's not like we had to win. Like, Josh Allen played out of his mind. It's like, we didn't have to, it wasn't one where I'm like, okay, you have to do this. Yeah, 40th anniversary Super Bowl 20. No, that game sucked. It'll be a cool story. There's about the 37-yard line here for the Hawks. And what has been an absolute bloodbath. One at the top, one at the bottom, my formation here. 41 seconds to go in the third. Seahawks going right to left. Stretch play again. Walker, space at the 30, breaks the tackle, down to the 25. That should be the final play of the quarter. Well, the first two games between these teams were awfully close. This one's a bloodbath. Seahawks running it down the Niners' throats. 128 yards. 141 yards, I should say. About 7 yards a carry. 6.13 to be exact, and that takes us to the end of the quarter. So I'm going to put a poll up. Right, that felt like Fluke's not this fast team. That's fair. I'll put a poll up, but not about this game. I think we all know what's happening this game. So I just want to gauge the pulse of the chat. They score a touchdown here. We'll end it early. I'll gauge the pulse of the chat. Tennessee have a chance. I think they do with that defense. That defense is darn good. Brady's itching to play one more big game, so the Broncos call Fox. Well, he's still under contract with the Bucks. So the Bucks still own his rights. Customer engineer, we are blessed. That's awesome. Hey, this is just sad now at this point, yet. If I own that poll, I think wins on Sunday. I'm not going to bother putting up a poll for this one, because this one is done and dusted, I believe. 34-6, 28-point game. It is bad. Who I got for tomorrow's games? I got the Texans and the Rams. My last close for the game. That tells you everything you need to know. Worst divisional game of the 2020s? It's hard to say. I'm still trying to come back from the Bills-Broncos one, because that was just such a great game that, like, it's okay to have a letdown like this. We have a chance to call this one 4-4-4. We do. We do. The worst one of the 2020s. I would probably be inclined to say yes. I would be inclined to say yes on this one. The worst of the 2020s. Worst divisional round game. 21 at all thrillers. 2020 was Oh no, Eagles-Giants. No, Eagles-Giants is worse. Eagles-Giants is worse than this. Packers have been a heck of a season. Yep. Eagles-Giants was way worse, actually. Essex going on for you taking me to Europe. Oh boy. Alright, gotta root for that now. Can't tell if I'm playing Super Bowl. Those are crazy. Gotta get there first. Gotta get there first. Didn't future Super Bowl MVP. That'd be quite the story. Current spread is 31.5. Oof. You know, Eagles-Giants was worse. Base with a 5 what a game. Yeah, the Seahawks look great, Base. So congratulations, man. Congratulations. Heck of a game. I mean, they've been dominant. They have been dominant. And they'll be hosting, barring anything insane, they'll be hosting Sunday in prime time. All the 1 seeds will hold on. Appreciate you, man. Kamara is real, but I do flip over Bo. Yeah, 72 fired. If you saw press comments, he doesn't deserve this. Yeah. Tears in his eyes. Yeah, he's fed up. And this felt like the year. Walker up the middle. Easy first down. Keep the pile moving. Town to the 9. Oh, man. Gain of 16. First and goal. Jaguars Dolphins, I remember. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this just since the 2020s. Obviously, all time, it's probably Jaguars Dolphins, seeing as they put the backups in the second quarter. Oh, come back next year. A broken ankle, he'll be back in 9 months. That won't be a problem. If I was a Jags fan during that game, I wasn't like 2. I don't know what I would have done with that. I honestly don't know what I would have done reacting to the Jaguars game against the Dolphins. I don't know. One at the top, one at the bottom. First and goal. That was the old Giants worse. That game was never close at any point. Stretch play, Walker. Nothing doing on the near side. That's going to lose 3. Brought down by winners. I mean, this game at least had moments where you could think the Niners could conceivably make it a game. Eagles-Giants was done after 5 minutes. That game never had a shot. Those teams not belong on the same field. Seahawks dominating on the way to the Super Bowl. We have to talk about this to be one of the best teams ever. Ooh, we'll see. They play like this in the next 2 rounds. Absolutely. They gotta play like this. 2nd and goal. You know, does it show no urgency? Yep, it's not great right now. Not great. Walker in the backfield in the pistol here. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. It's Bobo. Darnold takes it. Pump fake. Handoff. Walker. Down to the 6. It's up 3rd and goal. Even 25% all the options. So far, at least. Right, yeah, just 20-20s. Right, all time it would be. Put the backups in during the 2nd quarter? Yes, they did. The Jaguars in that game put the backups in the 2nd quarter. I'm not even kidding. They were up 38-0. They put the backups in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, Jay Fiedler entered that game with 11. Not just that. Jay Fiedler was our backup quarterback. He entered the game with 11:45 to go in the 2nd. The starters were in the game for 16 minutes. Worst team to make the divisional round? Worst team? Probably Seahawks in 2009? Or 2010, I mean? 2010? Yeah, I didn't expect it to be this much of a bloodbath. Yeah, but the Jaguars were up 38-0 after 17 minutes. That's what the backups did. Before the midway point of the 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal. Darnold hands it off on the sweep. Walker in. Good night. Touchdown Seahawks. No flags on the field. It's a bloodbath. How much of the challenge games being broadcast? Just so people know. Helps the algorithm out as well. 40-6. Josh Allen dropped the ball by not making the Super Bowl this year with the home side in. Gotta play a little bit better, but can't really blame a whole lot when you score 30. 10 lights, the party is over. Yep. Jackson the Rams Super Bowl 34. I think they would have. They beat everyone. Beat everyone that year except for the Titans, so I think they would have. A 1-1 prediction this week. You have the Seahawks and the Bills. Where's team make division round? It's the team that caused a real earthquake. Extra point. Perfect. All right. I don't like hopping off games early, but I feel like today's circumstances call for it. So we're going to sign off now. This one's over. If for whatever reason the Niners come back, you can do whatever the heck you want to me. But 41-6 with 13 to go. If you do the math on that, it's a 35-point game. It's a 5-score game. They're not coming back. So the two scores are off the table. Yeah, I think right now, Bulls are not going to fire McDermott. There's no way to fire McDermott. There's no chance they fire McDermott. It's not going to happen. Because McDermott is, again, there's so many vacancies. You're behind the punch at this point. A lot of the good guys are gone at this point. So, oh yeah, the Rams, they were pretty bad as well. I'm going to be going already. Yeah, I'm going to be going already. So 41-6 your final. I appreciate you guys, or not your final, but pretty much your final. So we will sign off here. I appreciate you guys a ton. Niner come back 24-hour live stream? Yes, 100%. 100%. It's a 5-score game. I don't think they're coming back at this point. So I'm going to sign off here. We'll be live for the Texans game against the Patriots tomorrow and the Bears against the Rams. Appreciate all you guys a ton. JG9 signing off. The Seahawks will be hosting the conference championship for the 4th time in franchise history. Take care, and I will see you guys soon.